I've taken 90.
Yes.
90 eggs.
Yes.
At the hatchery.
Yes.
We are going to get about 75 chicks.
Yes.
25 from each tray that we do.
Yes.
Now, that is for the first month.
Yes.
Now, if we have got 75 chicks for 1 month,
yes,
I'm not even going to use a whole year. Let us use 6 months. 75 chicks, you are doing the same thing.
Yes.
75 chicks times 6 months. How many hens do we have?
There are so many.
About 400.
About
Over 400.
Yeah.
You see? So 70, and that is we have used only 6 months.
Yes.
Now we are skipping every other month, doing it every other month. Now, in the middle of the year, for example, if we did our first hatching in January, in June, the first chicks that we hatched in January, in June, they are also starting to lay eggs. So now, whatever level you start from, you can grow as big as you want.
Yes.
That is the difference with the local chicken and the other exotic chicken. You understand?
Yes.
And whatever level that you want to start from, I advise people, please try and make sure you look after your birds.
Yes.
Don't let your birds look after themselves.
Yeah.
So whether it is free range, whether it is a cage system,
yes,
whether it is now like the deep litter system that you will see also,
yes,
try and look after your birds. We are saying that even if you are giving them food from the kitchen,
yes,
bring that food when it is clean, put it in a container, give it to them.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whenever you are in the entire parts of the world. GSP African Power once again. Today we are here in the areas of Makerere, where we have come to visit one of the best farmers, or let me say one of the best poultry farmers in Kampala city. You may wonder when I talk about Kampala city, yeah, farming can be done in urban, and that's why we have even come to meet this farmer. I will let him introduce himself before we proceed with the learning. You're most welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, visitors today. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are watching from. My name is Mr. Vincent, a professional teacher. Been teaching for almost 17 years, and a very passionate farmer, dealing most especially in local chicken. And right now our name, social media name is Kampala Local Poultry Breeders Farm, and it is on Facebook, or it is on TikTok. We haven't opened up a YouTube channel because of time, but eventually we shall. But we want to empower our people. That's our main job. Yes. Empower our people, yes, to show them that wherever you are, whatever you have, you can start. Here we are, the modern cages for farming, yes, for keeping local chicken. These cages are very convenient. Yes. Very convenient. We shall talk about them more. But what I want to show is that whatever space, you know, our plots here, standard plot is a 50 by 100. That's where you have to build your house. Yes. That's where you have to maybe to have some boys' quarters or even a kitchen. So now, if it is a standard plot, a 50 by 100, and you have put a house, you have put a boys' quarter or a kitchen, you cannot fail to put such a structure for your chicken. And also rare, maybe 100 or 70 or 50. So this is what we are trying to show our people. You don't need big space to start farming. And you don't have to wait for retirement to start farming. This is what we are encouraging the youth. Don't wait for retirement. Start early, because farming will need capital, it will need intensity, it will need your input, actual input, physical input. So don't wait when you have grown that you want to start farming at retirement age. Yes. Start early, learn everything about it. By the time you have retired and gone back to your home, you know everything, and you have already started?
I will first ask you, you said you are a professional teacher and you're still teaching. As a professional teacher, where did you get interest to venture into local birds?
Now the interest, in the beginning it was passion.
Yes.
In the beginning it was passion. As growing up as a young boy and at home, we used to have chicken at home.
Yes.
So everybody, we used to have one chicken or two. You rear them,
Yes.
sometimes you sell them,
Yes.
sometimes you find when they have already eaten at home,
Yes.
there is nothing. So it started with passion, and then after, when I started working as a teacher,
Yes.
you know, salary, it's not about the teachers, it's about everyone.
Yes.
Salary is never enough.
Yeah, I understand.
Salary is never enough. That is why some people who don't want to do businesses on the side, they resort to stealing from the offices that they work in.
Yes.
You see, so there is no salary that is enough. And you know the salary of teachers, so it was never enough. So we said now we can use this salary and invest in something that is convenient. First of all, the chicken business is convenient. You
Yes.
can do the chicken business and you still do your work. So we chose something
How?
that
How?
when I look after my chicken,
Yes.
then I will not fail to go to work. You see, for example, this cage, when I come and put water here, I put feed there, I go and work.
And that's why I was going to ask you
Yes.
how you manage time running two projects, teaching at the same time, chicken rearing.
No, at first we used to do it alone, me and my wife. We used to do it alone.
Yes.
We wake up in the morning, put feed there, put water there, and we go to work. You just come back, since it is near, you just come back in the afternoon and check whether the water is still there,
Yes.
whether the feed is still there, and then you continue the day. But when we expanded
Yes.
to 2,000, 3,000 chicken, now that is when we started hiring people to come
So-
and work with us.
Which means right now you have workers.
Yes, right now we have workers that help us to look after most of the birds.
Yes.
Because we have two brooders that run concurrently that almost hold 2,000 birds.
Yes.
We have a parent stock, we have seen it, of about 300 birds. Then we have these ones in cages.
Yes.
So we need people to help us.
Yeah.
But we used to do it because these are chickens. They are not like what. As long as where they are clean, they will not have a problem. Put for them feed,
Yes.
put for them water,
Yes.
and go and do your own things.
I would like to pose you this question. You are venturing into local birds.
Yes.
Should I say that you have ever tried the hybrid and maybe you got some issues, that's why you decided to go with local birds?
We never got any issues. We have tried. We
Yes.
have actually reared birds from broilers
Yes.
to layers.
Yes.
And we have done very well. Very
No
well.
challenges?
The challenges are always there.
Yes.
Even these ones, they have a lot of challenges.
Yeah.
But we have done very well. Because if you attain, for example, in layers, you attain an 80%,
Yes.
85%
Yes.
laying, you have no problem. But what we realize
Yes.
is that, for example, I'll give you the issue of the broilers. Now, the broilers are very good. They grow very fast. Within 6 weeks, you are able to sell. They have the biggest market. The biggest
Yes,
market.
the breeders.
Yes,
Yeah.
they have the biggest market because from the people who do chips on the roadside
Yes.
to the people who roast chicken in Sigiri,
Yes.
everywhere it is broilers. But now what we realize is that when you have small capital
Yes.
and you are doing a small number of birds,
Yes.
you are not breaking even. That was the problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even the layers also,
Yes.
that is what we found out. In that if you are not rearing above 1,000 layers,
yeah,
then your profit margin is very small.
Very small.
And the effort you put in is
too
as
much.
big. So now we realize that this is not for us. A person starting.
Yeah.
It is a good business,
Yes.
but for people, for example, the broilers, the person who sells it
Yes.
at the end of the day on the roadside
Yes.
sells you a piece of chicken at 5,000.
Yeah, yeah.
And he can only get 4 pieces of chicken from that broiler.
4 pieces, yeah.
So that means he's selling it at 20,000. You understand?
20,000, yes.
And he has already added value. He has added charcoal. He has added everything that is needed
to make it, yeah.
Yes. Now, how much do you think he'll buy it from the farm?
Of course, it doesn't bring
You might
much
not,
profits,
you
I
might not
understand.
know, but he will not go above 12,000 to buy that broiler from your farm, because he has to add everything else.
Yes.
First of all, transport, taking it to slaughter it,
Yes.
and then charcoal, and then his manpower to roast it.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So the broiler doesn't go beyond 12, 13,000. Others are bought at 10, others 11.
Yes.
So now, a broiler, when you are buying it, you buy it at 2,500 from the supplier.
From the supplier.
And when you add on the feed, you are going up to about 8,000 or 7,000 for a person who has done well. So we know that the profit of a broiler
Yes.
is about 3,000. Approximately, yes, per bird.
Yes.
So now that's what I'm talking about. That if you are rearing a small number,
Yes.
for example 100,
Yes.
that means your profit will only be 300,000, and that is when you have done very well and they have grown up very well. So now, then there is the other chain of always going back to the supplier
Yes.
to buy. Always going back to the supplier
buy.
yes, maintaining the chain to buy. So now that is the chain for us we decided to break.
Yeah.
For me, the time I got from my supplier, I got it once.
You got it once.
Yes.
So
right now I hatch for myself.
Yes.
I get any number of birds I want and rear them at my own pace.
But now I understand hatching.
Yes.
It needs technical knowledge.
Yes.
How did you get that knowledge of hatching?
Research.
Your research.
I am a teacher.
Yes.
So research is part of my daily life. So we made research. We tried. We looked here and there. We looked for all the information that we needed.
Yes.
We followed everybody that does incubation, that does hatching.
Yeah.
So we learned most of the things, because the main problems are at the farm. How you look after your birds, how you feed them, how you collect the eggs, how you keep the eggs. That is the main work. So you, after carrying these eggs, take them to people who are doing incubation and hatch your eggs and get your chicks. So the most difficult part is here at the farm. After that, you have taken your eggs, you are just waiting for 21 days and go and get your chicks.
Okay.
So we made enough research and we were able to learn most of the things. Yes, I cannot say we know 100%, but at least where we are, we know that we have done, because this one, now the rearing of local chicken, we're in about 5 years.
5 years in local chicken.
Yes.
But,
the other 5 years,
you were
we were doing all the others.
The broilers, the
broilers, yes. We were doing them and they were working for us, but we were having small numbers.
Yes.
And looking after them was intense. So that is why we said, no, let us come and look after our birds.
So now,
yes,
I grew up well knowing that local birds, they normally do well on free range. But when I look around here, you are doing it in cages, or let me say they are indoor.
Yes.
How did you realize that? Is it working for you? Is it working?
Very well. Very well.
In terms of growth rate?
If this one, if our camera person will turn the camera around, you will see the others that are outside.
Yes.
That are on a free range.
Yes, I can see. Those are on the free range. Yeah.
Now these ones that are on a free range, we put them out actually for demonstration.
For demonstration.
It is for demonstration.
Yeah.
To show that these are local chicken, they are here, they are eating from outside.
Yes.
But these ones you see in the cages are for business.
They are for business.
Yes.
So,
and now when I'm doing business, I have to feed this bird.
Yes.
I'm telling you, I have over 2,000 birds at my farm. How will I put 2,000 birds on a free range?
Yeah.
What will they eat? You can see even outside there where they even go. They have caused, and how do we call it? They have caused the desert.
Yeah.
Desertification. They have eaten all the grass and finished it. So you cannot, if you are doing a business,
Yes.
then you cannot go back to the methods
Yes.
of
Sometimes
old methods.
Yeah.
Because even when we were
ordinary yeah.
even when we were at home, we used to have the birds, but we didn't have all these numbers.
Yes.
You see, we didn't have all these numbers. So if we are doing a business, so you must dump the other methods, come and embrace the modern methods. Now I have no problem with a person who comes and says, for me, you sell me my chicken, I'm going to put them on a free range. That is okay. But I always tell them, the only thing that you do, these chicken were created like scavengers. People don't know that. They eat almost everything available.
They eat everything available.
Yes. Now, instead of this hen running after or going to look for what to eat in the whole village, where he will find the thieves, where it will find the animals or the cats that kill it, you bring everything that you get near.
Yes.
I usually advise my people who come to my farm, if you want to do a free range, have a chain link.
A chain link.
Yes.
And it is also expensive to buy.
Yes, cover your place.
Yes.
So that when your chicken get out, they don't go far. Then bring for them everything.
Yes.
People who have schools, you can bring leftovers. Hotels, bring leftovers for them. Power there. The chicken, when they get out and they know there is food there, they are going to run and eat that food. But we don't want to leave 100 chicken, 50 chicken to go to the village. Because if you have 100 chicken, you cannot know which one is which. And you cannot know which one has gotten lost.
Yes.
You see?
So now, what's your best advice? Do you advise them to take the system of cages, or they can do a free range, but when they have fenced land?
I would advise
Yes.
somebody is to enter this business now.
Yes.
First of all, have some money or grow with it. I have a model of having 4 hens and 1 cock. In 1 year, somebody will have 500 chickens.
4 hens
4 hens
and 1 cock.
1 cock.
Do you
In 1 year.
Do you want to tell us that you also started with 4?
No.
Yes. Being in the city, I think the issue of market is not all that hard.
But you see, market.
Yes.
First of all, I want to advise people that when you start farming, commercial farming, whether it is crops, whether it is birds, livestock, goats, you must be a marketeer.
You must be a marketeer. You yourself.
Yes. Otherwise, if you are not a marketeer, then you have to deal with middlemen.
The middlemen.
Yes. And you know what it means.
Those ones.
We all know what middleman means.
Yeah.
So you must be a marketeer. You must go everywhere where you pray from, wherever you get a chance. You must talk about yourself and what you do.
You must talk about yourself.
Yes, and what you do. Now, there are people who are a bit scared of saying I am a poultry farmer, I am a farmer, because of the stereotype that has been there. Because people who have gone to school, we have been conditioned that we are going to have office jobs, but we are not all going to work in offices. So, and one thing I know is that a job that feeds people is not a bad job.
It's not a bad job.
No, it has never been, because people will never stop eating.
Do you know that I was going to ask you to compare teaching and poultry?
So don't compare.
Yes.
Don't. Please, don't even
Which
try.
one?
Because, like I've told you, this is a serious business.
Yes.
If I am aiming at catching maybe Yugachi or Vienzika, because that is the level I am seeing myself in. Yes.
So you cannot compare teaching.
You cannot.
With poultry rearing.
This is a serious business.
Local birds.
The teaching has helped me
Yes.
to grow this business.
Yes.
But it is a serious business. You cannot compare it.
Now,
so that's what I'm telling my people.
Yes.
That don't be scared to say that you are a farmer.
Yes.
Because they tell you that you might need a doctor once in a while. Or you might even spend some time without needing a doctor.
Yes.
You might spend some time without needing a policeman to help you somewhere.
Yes.
Or even a lawyer.
Yes.
I'm talking about professionals.
Yes.
You see. But every day that you wake up,
Yes.
you need a farmer at your table. Every day that you wake up,
Yes.
you need a product from the farm, at your table.
At your table.
So that means when you're doing this,
yes.
you are even doing a very good service to the country because you are feeding the nation.
Yeah.
So you should never be scared of talking about it.
You know, some people think farming is a dirty job.
It is not.
You know,
have you found me that?
That's why even I always ask myself, why is it called dirty job, and most people don't want to enter into it.
Yes. I don't know who started that, but I think it is still stereotype. That when we were in school, you remember that song, What will you be when you grow up? Yes. You remember it? Nobody would say I will be a farmer.
I want to be.
And the people should know that whatever is wrong with our country, whatever you think that might be wrong with the government, but what our government did is give us an opportunity to go to school.
Yes.
And most of the people have gone to school. Most of the people have degrees, diplomas, certificates. You understand?
Yes.
So we are not all going to work in offices. If you get a chance, well and good. But even then, I am telling you that when you're working there, you can have a side income.
Like the way you are doing
poultry.
You're teaching at the same time.
Yes. This is a job. Right now, I deal with so many people. My first clients are farmers, people who want to rear local chicken.
Yes.
The others are hotels that I supply. We are talking about market.
Yes.
Now, the market starts with where you work from.
Yes.
Where you work from. Tell people what you are doing, because people might not know. They might see you rearing chicken, but do they know what you are doing?
You are doing, yes.
You understand? Do they know what
Someone
you are
may
saying?
think that you are doing it just for family purpose, or just for family consumption.
Yeah. You understand?
Yes,
so
you're doing it
the
as a
people
business.
should know at your workplace. Usually people eat, I don't know who started this, but usually people eat chicken on Sunday.
Yeah.
Have you talked to your people or within the staff that you people, I have chicken. On Saturday I'm going to bring you a chicken. Whether you want it live, whether you want it dressed and smoked, I will bring it for you. You understand?
Yes.
So the market starts with everybody that you talk to, everybody that knows you. Do they know that you rear chicken? You understand? Your church gatherings, do your the congregation that you pray with, do they know that you rear chicken?
Yes.
You understand? So, because among those, they are farmers, but most especially, they are people who want to eat chicken.
Yeah, they'll be your first customer.
You understand? The hotels around you, when you go to Mama Gundi, as we usually call them,
you tell them what you are doing.
Yes. Do they know that you have chicken? All these hotels, I'm not even talking about the big hotels, the small hotels at the village level.
So in general, you need to be a marketer of yourself.
Yes. There are some people who come to my farm to buy chicks. Then they ask me, Mr. Kwagala. Mr. Kwagala is the common name that people know. Mr. Kwagala, will you help us with the market? Now, first of all, I asked them, where do you rear from? That I'm going to work in Luero. Now I asked him, do you think I'm going to send somebody who wants 2 chicken to come to Ruwero to buy chicken.
Yeah.
But do you know how big Ruwero is?
Yes.
You understand? Have you gone door to door, especially with those small hotels? Me, I use the model of the small hotels. Mama Gondi, Mama Peter, I have some friends, I can even mention them for them, they'll have no problem. Mama Dora, Mama Ian. Have you gone to them? You tell them I have chicken every day. I am bringing you a chicken every day. Because wherever you go to those hotels, when you ask for chicken, they have.
They have.
Where do they get them from?
Yeah.
You see? So, have you talked to them? Every day I'm bringing you chicken. I started with 2 women, those that I've mentioned.
Yes.
But
Right now,
I have about 7.
whom you supply daily.
Yes. That I supply daily. The only issue is that I have a shortage. They
You
eat
have a
them, they
shortage again.
finish them, yes. They finish them and I have nothing to do. Then they keep asking me, have the chicken grown? Have the chicken grown? You see?
Yes.
So please make sure that when you are a farmer, you must also start marketing yourself. There is a lady, we all know him if you have been to social media. She's called Mrs. Ngoj. I don't know whether she's a Mrs. or Miss. She's in Rakai. She's doing goat farming. Who doesn't know her?
I know that lady. I always see on YouTube.
So whenever you mention anything about goats, she's the first person that comes to your mind. You see, that is the power of marketing. And we all have these phones. What are you using the phone for?
Yes.
Is it to see naked women? You see?
Yes.
Just make a video. The videos that we put on TikTok,
Social media like a Facebook.
I record them myself here.
Yes.
I record them myself here. I take my videos here with my chicken. I add a few words and I post the videos. You understand? So make sure you are rigorous in the marketing and do it daily almost.
Yes.
Otherwise, people will forget you. So that is the marketing. That is the word that I can tell you about marketing. Otherwise, the local chicken, what they give us, the biggest advantage is that they give us different products. I can sell an egg, I can sell a day one chick, I can sell any chicken that I have at the farm. When somebody comes to me and wants 1 month and I already have 2 months, they are there. I tell him I have 2 months, they are there. Hey. Or if you can wait, I have ones that are in the brooder. You understand?
They are there.
Yes, they are already there. Or I have the 5 weeks. They are there. You understand?
Yes.
So wherever somebody comes to my farm, he has something to go with.
Okay.
Yes.
Then maybe I will ask you, because when I look at the cages, I see like you put some wire mesh and they have big space. How do you manage the predators? Let me say snake. Have you ever encountered such incidences?
Now the snakes,
Yes.
we control them. We control them from down.
The snakes.
Yes. But now the snakes, when they are birds like this,
Yes.
the snakes even fear.
To come.
Yes.
Because of what? Because of the
snakes,
noise?
No, the
Yes.
snakes usually kill the chicks.
The young ones.
Yes. But for these big ones, they don't.
Yeah.
The cocks, they'll kill them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They do. They do. They kill
I didn't
snakes.
know that. I didn't know it.
The only thing that might kill these birds are those animals in the village that we
like
use
a
to
pussycat.
Yes, but the pussycats also,
Cannot
they don't
penetrate
attack the big birds.
Yeah.
No, they don't usually attack the big birds. They usually also attack the small ones. So we are safe. We are safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now maybe as we are winding, I want you to just highlight those people who think that to do this kind of business as a worker you need to first retire. How do you talk about that?
Now that discussion,
Yes.
I've been having it with so many people.
Yeah.
And it is something that is disturbing very many people.
Yes.
Even people who want to do bigger projects like cows, goats, and what. Now people want to start farming when they are retiring.
Yes.
But that is very dangerous. You know why it is very dangerous? Because with farming or any other business, you are bound to fail. You are going to fail at a certain point, especially when you are beginning. I told you that for the first 4 years, when we are starting, we are all failures.
Failures.
There is even a time you could come here and don't find a chicken at this farm.
So there is that time to study the business.
Yes, you have failed.
You have failed.
Yeah, you have failed.
Yes.
So how do you get up? That means you need money. So when you are retired,
Yes.
you are not working. So you are not earning. So when the business fails, that means it has failed with all your capital.
So it's better to start now.
Yes. Start early, invest early. Where you fail, stand up.
Retirement will just
Where
find
you
you
need
there.
loans, get them. Work, invest, get the knowledge that
Yes.
you need.
Yes.
Then the retirement, let it come when you have already set up everything.
Yes.
Yes.
But now there's one thing that I didn't mention, because you had told us that your birds are always prevented at the early stage from these dangerous diseases.
Yes.
And that's why I was not going to pose this question, but I always hear that local birds are tolerant to diseases. Is it true?
It is. It is true. Partially.
Yes.
For the people rearing small numbers, yes, they are resistant.